Here with us is Michelle Tafoya, who just announced, I'm thrilled to hear this, her run for an open Senate seat in Minnesota's Republican primary race. Michelle, I saw you when I was in Minnesota about 10 days ago. I tried to get you to tell us you were running, and you were being very coy. So we're very excited to hear this news. I want to get your reaction to the Democrats trying to sell this line that ICE is out kidnapping children, when now the narrative of what happened in that case is clear.
Using this innocent 5-year-old boy as a prop for their propaganda is despicable. But this is just another act in a line of despicable acts that the far left here in Minneapolis has decided to put forward their performative protest against ICE. This was horrible. I will give credit to another Democrat, however, Dean Phillips, who was going to run for president against Joe Biden. People may remember that he was the one Democrat who was brave enough to stand up and say Joe Biden isn't ready, isn't fit. He posted online yesterday, don't believe this. This is misinformation. CBP and ICE treat children really, really well, and this is misinformation. But that hasn't stopped the far left and the career politicians here in Minnesota from continuing on with this line, which is a lie. It's a hoax, and it's despicable, Laura.
Well, and it will cause more violence, because if you truly think the U.S. government is just randomly kidnapping people and you believe those lies, then you're bound to take matters into your own hands to save children. But we also know, Michelle, that the 300,000 children who went missing in the Biden years, many of them, as Greg Bavino pointed out today, ended up in illegal child labor, whether they were trafficked, sold into sex slavery, or found in workplaces as child labor in pot farms in California. I didn't see any protests, not one Minnesota radical out there in the streets saying, protect the kids, not one.
Not one of these leftist politicians came out in support of all of those children who were trafficked, many of them across the border. Right. This is selective outrage. And you used a word earlier, I think, that cruelty. They're pushing this line about cruelty, and they're trying to pick this fight with the White House. So when you have an absentee governor in Tim Walz, I guess he's not totally absent. He was standing behind his fence the other day, looking over his gate to his home, talking to protesters and egging them on while he was protected in safety behind his gate. But you have him and you have Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey setting the environment for this, right? Stoking this on. And my opponents in this race are doing the same thing. This story is going, what do they say, Laura? That a lie gets out the door before the truth even has a chance to put its pants on. Well, we've got to just continue to hammer back against this hoax, because that's what it is. We have a crisis of leadership in Minnesota. And Laura, that's why I'm running for Senate.
Well, we need people who speak the truth in common sense, pragmatic terms, shutting down businesses that are already under pressure because of lousy state policies, try to make a buck with all the regulations and the family leave. And I mean, how do they even exist in Minnesota, especially downtown? It has nothing to do with ICE. It has bad policies.
I spoke to a business person just last night who spends half of his time in Florida and half of his time in Minnesota, and he's seriously considering just not coming back because his business partners have become uncooperative, because the environment is so chaotic, and it's really, really taxing on small businesses. So this is the result when you do this kind of thing. And by the way, I would note that the schools now, they're conveniently using the cold temperatures as reasons to be closed today. But a lot of the teachers and this, the teachers unions wanted to do this protest. And here they are. They seem to think they represent all Minnesotans, and they don't, Laura.
No, Michelle, we're going to be watching this race very carefully. Thank you very much for speaking truth to power here.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.